Hello, it's me. My name's Sam. I'm a full stack developer by trade and a WordPress developer. Um, a lot has happened in the nearly 2 years that I haven't posted on this channel. I'm going to take these off because I can't see very well without them, but the glare is very, very prominent. I'm just going to take these off for a little while. Um, so yeah, a lot has happened since the September 2024, I think was the last time I posted a video. Um, that's going to change. A few things have happened in that time. I went back to finish my psych degree. For those who may or may not be aware, I was an aspiring psychologist for a long time, and went into tech for budget reasons, money reasons, that kind of thing. Um, Scratched that itch, came back, finishing it, finished in like 3 months. The itch isn't fully feeling realized as much anymore. There's still a lot to go, so I intend on finishing, but a recent update kind of made me reevaluate a lot of what my creativity is. And interestingly enough, I took a severance from my former job, and I've been unemployed officially for 3 weeks now, as of Mr. Watch. It's been an interesting experience being unemployed. Um, but I still have some freelance income and some things on the side and some stuff to sort of generate money, which is good. Um, but I've had some time to really sit and reflect, which is good. And I think the biggest thing that I've found is I enjoy tech again. And for a long time, I was very not bored, but I didn't feel challenged a lot. And with the advent of AI stuff, I kind of wanted to sit back and wait and see how that was sort of going, where it was sitting, who uses it, what the general intake of the community is, and it seemed to come to a point now where it's fairly stable. You either vibe code or you use it as a sort of assistant agent instead of like an inline linter, or use it as both, that kind of thing. I've been using it a little bit in some projects, and I'm pretty impressed with what it's done. It has taken away a little bit of the fun of relearning some things again. So I have had to turn it off from time to time, or just go back and force it to read documentation. So there is that semblance of potential laziness and abuse there. But I guess it depends on your personality. Um, I guess if I wanted to be given an easy route out, I could take it and just use it. But there's no challenge in that, and there's not really anything you could say, hey, I built this tool. No, you didn't really. You told someone else what to build. And is that any better than like a project manager or hiring a developer? Who knows? My opinion is AI is great, and it is an awesome tool if you use it complementary to your skills. And for me as a full stack dev, I've been doing this for quite a long time now. I'm not the world's best developer, but I'm very technically savvy, so I understand what it's doing, where it's going wrong, and I can sort of edit that as I need to and make those adjustments. So for me, I think it's great. It's like having someone over your shoulder sort of working with you, which for me, who I've been remote since 2018. So for me, that's great. I like have that sort of feeling, especially in that community sort of sense. I've never held a traditional tech job in an office sort of thing. I worked for a company called Flywheel back in 2018. I've been freelancing since 2017, and then Flywheel was acquired by WP Engine, and then I worked for them until recently, and all that was still remote. So I've never been in an office per se. So having that sort of collaborative sort of environment with an agent is for me been pretty fun. I'm privileged enough to have some hardware that's able to run local LLMs as well. Not the best in the world, but enough that I've got 64 gig of RAM and a 16 gig GPU in this machine, so I can run pretty decent quantized models. So I can expand my capabilities that way, which is pretty cool. Um, but what I wanted to sort of post back and sort of have a rambly little video talking head thing on, I plan on posting here a little bit more, but I also have some projects I want to kind of talk about. So one of the things I've been building is an app I've been trying to work on for a very long time. It's called Bookily, and it was sort of came out of COVID in a way. And yes, it has been that long. To be fair, I haven't really published anything since October of 2024. So I have taken some things off ice for the last 12, 14 months. And having some time away from the dev industry has actually helped sort of put my perspective better for what I want to do with myself, combining a psych degree with my tech skills. So that enters Bookly, which is a to be read or TBR application that is designed to sort of run book clubs as well as work like Goodreads and TBR at a lot lower cost with a lot more functionality. It's faster. It's not going to push like a payment gateway or anything on you every 10 seconds when you open the app. It works a lot faster than some of the other main TBR apps. It doesn't compete with Goodreads. I will say that out the gate. But for anyone who doesn't want to use an Amazon product, I would hope you want to consider it. The demo is available in the next couple of days. So if you want to go to my website, hello, or email hello@samtui.xyz, or go to my website in the bio. For this channel, I have a contact form. You can reach out. There's some blog posts and stuff on there for what Bookly is doing. And I'm moving forward with that project, which is pretty cool. It's for Expo, it's React Native. I've been running it a little bit on this thing, little MacBook Neo. It's literally just running Expo stuff. It's actually pretty powerful, I will say. For 8 gig of RAM, I will admit, I do have a JB Hi-Fi window open behind this camera with a more powerful computer ready to purchase, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. This has been pretty decent. I am using Swap. I am going pretty high in memory usage, but all it's doing is writing, coding, connecting to my LLM locally on my desktop, and then Gemini code completion. I did use Claude. Long story. Go to Gemini. And that's it. And you know what? It's using 12 gig of memory, so there's about 44 gig of Swap, and that's okay. I like it. It's portable. It only costs $1,000, which is pretty good for a Mac, honestly. And this has become my go-to portable computer. It is very, very good. My other main rig is this one, which is the desktop, like I said, and that is been running the Android build for things. The Mac Neo is only the iOS build, purely because I only have some outdated phones. I don't have this is a Xiaomi Mi 9T, which is running a knocked off elementary launcher, I think is what it's called. It's basically a Pixel 2, so it's not the latest and greatest phone in the world. So I've got a couple of emulators running locally for the Android side as well as using that phone. My main phone is a 16 Plus, so that's been my test iOS phone. So I'm able to do both, which is cool. And then the web app is a mix of Expo Web and some Next.js stuff built on top of it, which is pretty cool. The other thing I've been working on, and it's a little bit more AI centric, is a sort of a generative option for better SEO ranking, specifically tailored to looking at how AI agents rank you, specifically so Gemini, Perplexity, and ChatGPT. Forgot the other name for a minute. Those that sort of generative engine optimization, or GEO, is kind of the vernacular, and you're looking at everything you know how to use for SEO, and then sort of making yourself appear better with those sources as contextual references, or ranking better, or being in the first 200 word summary, things like that. And I've been looking a lot into how that works over the last couple of months, and I have some clients that are very keen on ranking better, and I figured I would build a prototype on how to do that. Right now, it uses two models. So we're using a DeepSeek Flash as well as a Gemini, and it's built off of a fork of Claude AI. I've forgotten the name because I only found this out yesterday for what I can use. I was paying money for it. But basically what we're looking at is we keep saying we, that agency for habit. Me, what I am looking at doing is trying to launch a service called Lumina, which is designed to help index and analyze your site in terms of what content you want to post, what's the best way to phrase this? What kind of sort of platform you want to appeal to your users, and analyze any blog content you've made so far. And we help create content that is based on your site and then tailor it to the audience. So if you want to weigh in on content adjustment, if you've got writing that you've written but maybe never posted or anything along those lines, I can take that, ingest that, and then train specific models on creating content for you, or at least rapidly prototyping content. The end approval is always with the user, and this is the big difference. A lot of the stuff I found in the space for like AI, SEO, and all that sort of palaver is all push, 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 push content, and some of the phrasing might be wrong. It could be in US English rather than Australian English. So there's some contextual issues there, like Z's where S's should be, and things like that. And it's funny when you look at how that works, and for Australians, specifically an Australian agency and Australian sort of scaling for Google and the like, and I want to rank better, it doesn't really apply. And you can tell it's AI content. That's the big thing. So what I've been looking at is trying to focus on making adjustments to models that make content humans want to read, but is a scaffold for someone to approve. So think of it like the actual writer in a news agency, and then the editor is still having to go through edit content before it goes to post. That's the workflow. It's designed to be fairly fast and efficient, but so far my testing has only done a few things for my own site and a couple of others privately, and the results have been good for the last couple of weeks, but it is nowhere near publicly ready. That will hopefully come out soon, but my focus mainly is on Bookly and that as a side business, as well as growing my client base. I am looking for also more full-time work as well, just to support things. The thing is with separation and that money dries up eventually. So we're comfortable, but we need to probably might need to get some work eventually, but that will come. But the main focus is exploring what that next chapter is, and this has been fun. I'll be honest. Like the last 3-4 weeks has been probably the most technically challenged I've been in the last 12, 13 months, maybe a bit longer. I think last time I had this much fun, I was in WordCamp in Taiwan and building theme work with some of the theme team, and that was fun. And I think that collaborative side of things is definitely what I want to look more towards, but also toying around with what this AI sort of future looks like. But that's me. That's where I've been the last 14 months or so. Some updates for Bookly will be on my website shortly. I got a couple of posts up there right now. I've had some links to do the Android demo sign up, so that is available if you want to test the Android app. That's up and running on Google Play, but it's closed alpha. So if you can't get access and want to get access, drop me an email. I'll send you a link. The web app is not up, but is workable. I just need to tweak some things on it right now because I'm not fussed with some of the things, how I've built some of the login layout and that sort of auth logic specifically for web. I'm fixing that. That should be up next week. And then the iOS build, I only got approved for the iOS developer community the other day. Paid for it all last week. Took a bit to get through. So I have App Store Connect and all sorts of stuff running up now, but I should have a test flight build coming hopefully by next week as well. But that's it for me. Talkie head video, kind of looking at like that Casey build stuff sort of style. I'll be building in public a little bit as well. So I'll be doing hopefully some live streams or just doing some vloggy stuff, think like that Marco sort of style, Christian Selig, that sort of style. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the Rambler sort of Talkie head video. If anyone wants to subscribe, you're welcome to. I'm hoping to update more. I'm more of a writer than I am a talking head guy. I mean, the amount of white papers and stuff that I've written for my old job, as well as like writing in my uni degree, like I prefer writing. So my website will probably go first, but I need to get better at this because YouTube's great for community and engagement. So people that want to drop a line, say hi, would love a chat. Yeah, thank you all for listening, and hopefully talk to you soon. Take care.